Okie dokie guys, today we have got a special treat. Have a look at this monster. Today we're going to look at how this 2008 Mac Pro. We're going to look at this Mac Pro and we're going to compare that Mac Pro with this. This is a HP G2 Mini Elite Desk and it's got 8 gig of RAM. We've got 16 gig of RAM in this Mac Pro. That's pretty specced out beastie right there. Look at that. Okay. And today we're going to compare those two. Those two along with this. This is a ROG Zephyrus 2022 14-inch. And we've also got a virtual machine inside a AMD Ryzen system. And we're going to compare all of that together. And we're going to try and run some pretty sweet things. We're going to get some AI up and running. Going to get some large language models. And we're going to see how it all goes. And you can come along for the ride and check it out. And we're going to compare them all and just see how fast and how efficiently everyone at home can run their own systems. Okay, so we're starting off with our Mac Tower. First we'll go through the install script. You can see that there. Let's have a look. So first we obviously bin bash, and that makes sure it runs as an sh file, or you can just run these commands manually. Sudo update, sudo upgrade. We're going to install the Docker packages. We're going to install the certificates for Docker, and we're going to download the Docker encryption keys here. Then we're going to jump in and we're going to install the signed keyrings, update again, and finally install Docker. Then we're going to install OLLAMA with that install script. You can grab that from their website. And then finally we're going to run Docker with the openwebGUI, and that's going to connect to our Llama install. All of these instructions you can find on their respective websites or in the description. Okay, so moving on to the MacBook Pro. Let's have a look. I've got a little prompt here for it. Writes me a HTML web page with CSS in the same file. And let's hit enter. This is on a 2008 Mac Pro, so a 16-year-old system. Getting on there, pretty old, pretty slow. As you can see, it's not the powerhouse you'd expect from a system like this, but it's doing pretty good. Look at that bad boy go, and you can see the performance up in the top right. It's putting this system under about 50% load, and it's not utilizing that GPU, but that's okay. So as you can see, it's plodding along pretty slow, so we'll just leave that running, and it's going to pump out a nice HTML file, and you can really see how good this OpenWebGUI interface is for OLLAMA and chat models in general. We've got PHI3 running up there. We can choose other models if we want. Alright, let's jump back over to, let's go to our virtual machine next. We're gonna pop in the same command, write me a HTML file with CSS in the same file. And we're gonna just let that spin up and run. There we go, you can already see that's quite a bit faster than the older Mac Pro. So that's running in a virtual machine with, let's have a quick look here. That's running in a virtual machine with 32 gig of RAM and all 12 of the system cores available to it. So quite a beefed out virtual machine running underneath VMware Player. Look at it go, it's going quite quickly. Okay, so we'll let that go as well, and we're going to jump over into our Elite Desk 7 i7. Let's hit over here. Here we are. Okay, write me a HTML page with CSS in the same file. Go for it, daddy-o. See, look at that, that's going pretty quickly. That's almost as quickly as the virtual machine. And it's got a 10-year-old CPU on that one. And it's going quite quickly, I think. It's pretty good. Okie dokie. So, one last system to try out there. ROG Zephyrus 2022 with 16 gig of RAM. Write me a HTML page with CSS in the same file. And you can look at that. Look at that. It's whizzing through it. Just flying along. We'll switch back to the Elite Desk real quick. We'll see how that's going. And we'll switch over to the Mac Pro. Surely that's still churning along. And then we'll jump back to the ROG. Where is it? There we go. Okay, as you can see, they're all flying along and going quite quickly. The Mac Pro is probably the slowest, but considering its age, I'm pretty impressed nonetheless. What we're going to do now is we're going to shut down our virtual system, which will free up my main system's resources, and we're going to switch over to them. Nice and fast. We have, of course, got it running in Docker, and we're going to pop that prompt in there, and now we're just going to watch this in real time. This is what a sort of middle of the road, not good, not bad, sort of processor will do if you're trying to run a large language like PHI3, which is generally only a small model. It's only about 4 gigabytes to download, I think, but it's really quite powerful. So here we go, let's check it out. You can see the performance up there in the top right. And check out those cores spin up. For some reason, they only seem to fire up to about 50% on all the systems. So I'll have to look into a way to make them sort of speed up and really max out the system they're running on. But you can see here, what are we using? The whole system's only using 17 gig of RAM. And it already had about 12 taken up because I haven't rebooted this for about a day. So it wasn't a clean system to start off with, but it's only using 17 gig of RAM there. We do have a lot more installed just so we can play with bigger models, but look at that go. It's really doing the job. We haven't tested out the output and actually run it. So we don't really know how great it is, but we can assume it's going to be at least functional. Look at that. It all looks about right. Nothing crazy there. There we go, look at that. So you saw that was quite fast. It didn't tax the system too much. You could have had other stuff running in the background there. And who knows, you could probably run a lot bigger model on a system like this reliably. And so that's about it. Thanks for watching. Check out my other videos for other technical inquiries into how different systems like this work and that sort of thing. Alright, see you later.